Daniel is a junior military officer assigned to Mindanao because he ran into an influential person in Manila. An arrogant car driver confronts Daniel on the road and pulls out a gun. But he grabs the gun from the man. He reported falsely to his influential grandfather, and the latter contacted a high official, resulting in Daniel being assigned to Mindanao. Daniel's new unit in Zamboanga is composed of misbehaved and corrupt soldiers. The community does not have faith in his men, and their impression of him is the same. Daniel went and saw his men at a bar drinking with women. Daniel said, "Aren't you ashamed and still in uniform, and there are civilians here? You're like the dogs." His men were embarrassed, so they challenged him to a fight. This he accommodated, but one of them used an iron on his palm, which resulted in Daniel's dizziness. The following morning, Daniel went to buy a 10-wheeler bolt screw. When asked, "Is your truck broken?" Daniel said, "No, I'll use it to break someone." He went straight to his men and said, "We are not yet finished yesterday," so they fought again using the iron bolt. Once finished, Daniel told his men to pick up their sidearms and said, "If you will not follow me as your new chief officer, let's finish this right now." Instead, the men stand down. Meanwhile, Daniel with his men was at a morning talk when suddenly a car barged into the detachment uninvited. The man is one of the men of Martin, a known personality in the area connected to the lieutenant who was the previous chief officer of the men. The arrogant man used to cohort them, but Daniel punched him and let him know that he is the new chief officer and let his boss know. Sergeant Daniel Torres raided human smuggling activities into the Philippines run by Martin. The leader said that it has a permit approved by the lieutenant. But Daniel said that he is now the new chief officer in town. It was later on reported by Martin's men and suggested that it is probably time to talk to the new chief officer. One day, Martin came to meet with Sergeant Daniel. Martin brags that he was then a good friend of the lieutenant. He asks that maybe some of Daniel's men can assist him in some of his businesses as protection, as he brags that he has many businesses. Daniel replied that he heard many things about him and all are bad. Martin gets angered, saying that he can kill him at that moment. "Yes, maybe," Daniel replied. "I only have 7 bullets and there are 6 of you, but of course one is to be first." Martin is about to leave, but Daniel said that Martin is the last to leave. Meanwhile, the mayor of the town was assassinated by the group of Halim in revenge. There was a shootout between the military and Halim's men. Daniel pursued Halim and remembered his face. Daniel did not shoot him. There was a follow-up operation to be conducted on Halim's men. They encountered Halim's men and there was an exchange of gunfire between the groups. Daniel got caught by Halim's men in the process.